Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. We're still here in Bali living our best little villa island life. I've had such a nice morning. I've just been talking to a lot of you guys in the DMs this morning. I've been messaging my friends. I had a call with one of my girlfriends back home and I'm just having a great morning. You guys know I love a Monday. I love a fresh start. I love when you turn a page in a book and it's all fresh and new. I love a Monday. I love the start of the month. I love New Year's because it's just the ultimate refresh. But yeah, I'm just feeling really good today. We're about to head out. I need to go do some grocery shopping today. So let's go do some groceries and we might stop and get some food as well. Or maybe we'll just bring the groceries back and eat here. We'll see. Oh, maybe a coffee. Just so many fun options. Anyway, yeah, let's go grocery shopping.
Of no return, when you feel like you've had enough, there's an angel who sings and a voice that is leading you home. Let the rays of light shine down on you. Let the sun wash away your tears when you're lost and alone and the whole world is turning.
Is a warm day here in Bali, but I'm back from my grocery shopping and I've done a little bit of meal prep or ingredients prep. I've just cooked up some chicken schnitzel. This is only one chicken breast. It's a lot of chicken schnitzel, and then I've got some pineapple here. But I also got these beef jerky chip kind of things. They've got 34 grams of protein and only 100. These ones are 170 calories, and the chicken ones were 130 calories, which is kind of wild. But I'm in my meal prepping, ingredients prepping era, so I'm just loving all this kind of stuff. While I was grocery shopping, I was listening to a podcast, and I remembered I forgot to recommend it to you guys, but I recommended it to all of the creators in GCS. GCS is my little content creator club. We do weekly masterclasses. I do coaching for them. I'm just having a little fiber packet. So we have guest hosts, all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, so if you're a content creator and you want a little, friendship group where you can learn and stuff, come and join GCS. But every single week before the masterclass, we do a Rex round, which is just where anyone can recommend anything. And I recommended this podcast last week, but I forgot to tell you guys about it. It's called Red Handed. It's another true crime thing, but I know that you guys love a true crime rec. So it's called Red Handed. It's hosted by these two women. I think they're American women, and they go through not just true crime, but ghost stories and horror stories and all of that kind of stuff as well, which I really like to kind of mix things up a little bit, if I'm honest. I'm just putting my little fiber packet into my water. Yeah, I just listened to one episode where they were over in the UK, I think it was, and they were at this church outside of London called Klopp House or Klopp Manor or something like that. I can't quite remember the exact name of it. And they were telling all of these ghost stories of that church throughout the history. So there was ones from the olden days, and there was newer ones, there was really recent ones. It was really good. Anyway, so if you're looking for a new podcast, try Red Handed. I'm listening to them on Spotify, but I think they're over on Amazon and Patreon might be the other one. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that, but it's called Red Handed. It's so annoying because my fiber stuff just settles at the bottom. I need to mix it into a glass so I have access to the whole thing, because that is just gonna settle there and not mix up. Damn it. Okay, I haven't left this place since we got home from grocery shopping and was having lunch. I've been inside all day and I'm finished with all my work and it's about to get dark outside. So I'm gonna go to the gym because I have some energy. I need to get out. I think I'm just gonna go for a walk. I feel like putting in my headphones, just listening to a podcast and just getting some energy out, honestly. So I'm gonna go to a gym. It's a new gym. I've never been to this one before because I haven't been training since we got back to Bali because I've been so unwell, but I feel so much better now and I have literally energy in abundance, and I just need to go work out. So we're gonna go get a workout in, then we might come home and have dinner.
We can come back, the time is gone. I'm running to escape from your left, don't lie, 'cause I know your heart. Don't try looking for someone to forget, 'cause I gave you my whole life.
a good freaking workout. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm still sweating, literally. I decided to walk home because the gym was only like 1.8 or something kilometers away from me. And I was so sweaty that I was like, I just need to walk this off. Like, I can't get on some guy's bike and like put my sweaty head in a helmet, like gross. Oh my God, I needed that so badly. I'm so dehydrated as well. I didn't bring my water bottle to the gym, so like I need to smash this and probably a second one of these. But oh, I feel so much better. I think like if I look back, oh sorry, my eyes are so I have such panda eyes right now. My goodness. If you look back at that clip before I went to the gym, you could so tell that I just like needed to like burn off some energy. And I was on the gym and like, God, this is progress, yeah? Because I remember when I first started with Blake, my coach, and I would like go for walks and stuff, and I would walk for like 20 minutes and I'd be like, that's it, that's enough, like I'm just not there. And now I easily walk for an hour. I get to 5Ks in an hour, sometimes a little bit over 5Ks, but I get to 5Ks and I'm just like, oh, I still have energy to burn. Like, or not even, I get to like 3Ks. It'll be like 30 minutes into it and I'll be like, I have more energy to burn right now. Like this is not doing it for me anymore. And so I've started running as well. Like Blake set me a running goal months ago, well before I even left on this trip, and I was like really new to working out still, so it was a little bit overwhelming. But now I was literally on the treadmill being like, this is not enough, this is not hard enough, I need more. And so I just started running it out and it felt so good. So I feel like I'm just getting to that stage now with like, I just feel like it's progress, right? Like that's real progress. Me being like a workout that would have like definitely satiated me before, made me walk away being like, yeah, that was awesome, I did really well, I'm feeling really burnt out. I'm halfway through it now being like, this is not enough, and if I keep going I'm gonna have more energy. So like I need to make it harder for myself now. I love that so much. I'm gonna voice note Blake because I know he'll want to hear about this. You guys can just listen in. I really want to get to that point of running where I can like actually go for a run, like a full run, and like go get runner's high. Like I feel like that'd be so cool. I'm definitely not there. I run like 400 meters at max. All right, let me just get into the shift out. Hey boss, I have just gotten home and from my first workout. So first workout since being back in Bali and since recovering from being sick. And I just went in for like a walk. I was like, I'm gonna smash out an hour on the treadmill, get my steps in, all this kind of stuff. And halfway through my walk, I was like, this is not cutting it. I need more. I need to push myself harder. Like this is not gonna burn out all the energy I have. So I started running and I ended up doing 3 sets of over 400 meters. I think the first one was like 700 meters and then the other 2 were like 400 and then just over 400. So that was a real win. I'm really happy with it, but I just thought I would voice note you and let you know. Back in the gym, back training, feeling really strong, feeling really good, and back to running again. I know tomorrow I'm gonna like wake up to a voice note from him just being like, yes Gracie, that's so awesome. He's such a hype girl. Okay, I'm gonna calm down, cool down, probably sit under the aircon for like 10 minutes and then I might go make some dinner, and at some point I'll shower as well. Good morning guys, happy Tuesday. I've just gotten out of the shower and made some breakfast, but as I suspected, we have a voice note from Blake, so let's have a listen.
Hell yeah, that we get to move away from the burritos. Oh my God, we're going back to the gym today. How exciting. I'm so excited for you. Can you send me a photo of you at the gym? You know, I want to see the outfit of the day. I want to see like which gym you went to. Did you go back to Obsidian? Did you see your future wife there? I just want this to be a really fun process getting back into it. The outcome is just like you went today, which is like, yeah, I can't stop smiling. And the how we feel app, oh my God, I'm really happy there as well. I'm just so happy for you, mate. Awesome. Fuck yeah, Gracie. That is so incredible. Would you be open to me making you a running program and it kind of being something where we start to look at heart rates and things like that? Would that be something that is too overwhelming at the moment, or would that be something you'd be keen to lean into? It would definitely be where you're at, and it would actually be a lot less hard than I think you're anticipating. But mate, that is so amazing, and I'm incredibly proud of you.
Damn, should I do a running program, guys? Wow. He's such a hype girl, I swear. Like, he's just hyping me up at all times, every day. Like, he's just the best. So yeah, maybe I'll do a running program. Oh my God. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But look at me already getting in my head about it. He was like, and I already know you're thinking it's too much. He's very cute. I'm going to eat my breakfast, get stuck into a full work day today. So we'll chat later. I am about to go to bed on Tuesday night because I want to have a nice early night because I have an early morning, but I want to tell you why. I had such a good time at the gym yesterday. I didn't get time to do it today, which is a shame, but I jumped onto ClassPass. I've never done ClassPass before, but I was influenced. I saw a TikTok of someone being like, you should do the 14-day trial. And I was like, okay, twist my arm. So I signed up. Actually wasn't free 14 days. It was like $7.50 or something like that, but it gave me a bunch of credits. I guess that's how ClassPass works. And I've signed up for 3 different gyms in the next 3 days, which I'm really excited for because they're all Muay Thai gyms. So I've got like Muay Thai, boxing, and then Muay Thai again. And they're not at my normal Muay Thai gym here. I'm not training at Sober, they're at different gyms. And I'm just really, really excited for it. So I've never done ClassPass before. I didn't really know how it worked. It took me, I'm not gonna lie, it did take me like quite a while to like figure it all out. And then as I was like scrolling through it, I saw an ad for tennis and I was like, gosh, I love tennis, right? Like I really, really love tennis, but I've just never like gotten around to doing it. It's one of those things that I just like don't prioritize, right? And that got me thinking that is 1,000% something that I should look into when I get back to Sydney. I don't want to look into it while I'm here. I might have a lesson or so while I'm here, but that's fine. But I want to look at it when I get to Sydney because this is like, I get comments from you guys all the time being like, I used to watch you like, you know, before, like for the last couple of years, but like you're so much more entertaining now. I like you so much more now. You have such a better personality now, all of that kind of stuff. Well, this is why, okay? When my marriage broke down and I left that whole situation, I had like no personality. I had absolutely no personality. I had no time to like put into me. I just didn't like put into me as a person. And then when I left, I was like, well, there's nothing else to do really. And so I started just doing all of the things that I wanted to do. And I was like building a personality. Like, you know, I went back to Muay Thai. I started working with Blake. Like I started up hobbies. Like I actually just like started doing all the things that I liked and that like make me an interesting person and that I'm interested in, and that I like 100% believe contributes so much to like the difference that you guys see and the difference that you guys tell me about. You guys tell me all the time like loved you before but I love you so much more now. Like you're so much more fun, you're so much more relatable. Like I love watching your stuff now, and I think that's why, because now I had like no time. I mean, I had nothing else to do other than just like do the things that I wanted to do to fill my day. And so I was like, right, well, I guess I am going to go join the social club and I am going to go out and try this thing and I am going to go traveling solo, just because like what the hell else am I going to do, you know? And all of these things that I'm like doing because I'm interested in them is like helping build me a personality. So like I'm a much more interesting person now, I think. I don't know if that's like rude to say or like offensive to say about myself. And I'm not saying that people in relationships are like this, but I do know that like when I left that relationship, I was not doing anything for myself. Like I was not pouring into myself, taking care of myself, checking in with myself. I wasn't growing as a person at all. Whereas now I'm just like, I have this new interest, I have this new hobby, I want to try this, like I'm really into this now, like I like read more, I listen to podcasts, I start a business, like, you know, all of this kind of stuff. So I don't know if this is me just like rambling on for no reason. What I'm trying to say is I got ClassPass for like 2 weeks. I have a bunch of credits and I booked in 3 different classes, but I'm thinking about starting tennis lessons because I feel like it's very on brand for me and I love tennis. Historically, love it. Like the Australian Open, my favorite time of the year. I absolutely love it. But then like, why wouldn't I go and do it? Like if I love watching it and I love the environment, the people, the players, like the game, I love it all. Like the outfits, like I just love tennis. Why wouldn't I play it? Why wouldn't I go sign up, go join a tennis club, go get tennis lessons? Like why would I not do that? You know, this is the kind of thing that like old Grace, like 2 years ago Grace, would have just been like, no, I can't do that. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like I have responsibilities, all this kind of thing. Screw that. I'm going to go learn tennis. So when I get to Sydney, I think I'm going to pick up tennis because I feel like it'd be really fun. Yeah. And the next 3 mornings we have Muay Thai and I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I just got home from training from my first ClassPass class and oh my God, this is me at training. And I have literally been lying on my bed for like 30 minutes trying to recover. I actually had to sit out of the last round of bag work because I was so dizzy. I got to the point where I was seeing stars and I was talking to the guys in class and I was like, I need to drink more water when I'm here. Like this is silly just training on like, you know, 500 mils of water in the morning. And they were like, you've got to drink Pocari Sweat, but you got to get the 0 sugar Pocari Sweat. And they were giving me all these recommendations, which I really appreciate because like I still have 2 more days of ClassPass and I don't want to like pass out in every single one of them. But the heat here in Bali is so intense And we were training like in the direct sunlight. There was no like cover, there was no fans, nothing. Like it was really intense. But I went to the gym called Raw Gym, and I think that's like kind of their shtick. Like they had a weight section and that was all undercover and that had fans, but where we were training it was like in the direct sunlight. Like, there was some sunshades, but like that wasn't it. Like, and they had like AstroTurf on the ground, and our feet were literally burning on the AstroTurf. Like we had to keep ducking into the shade to like do our pad work with each other because like our feet were burning on the ground. It was so intense. Anyway, there was a guy selling pineapple at the store out just like literally outside of the gym, and this was 20 cents, 20 Australian cents, which is insane. And yeah, I am allergic to pineapple, but like, what are you gonna do? It's so good. How can you not? It's so good. It's worth all of the stomach issues I'm gonna have later on. It just is. I really like how they cut it as well. They cut it in this really cool pattern like that. Just makes it fun to eat, if I'm honest. Anyway, it is Wednesday, which means it's GCS day. GCS is my little online clubhouse for content creators. And on a Wednesday, oh, I have pineapple in my teeth. Sorry, guys. On a Wednesday, we do a masterclass. And tonight's what I'm really excited for. It's all about like personal branding and centering yourself as the content. And that's what I specialize at. Oh. But the cleaner is also coming today right before the class starts. So I need to like make sure that timing works. My place is a mess and I need to clean before the cleaner gets here. So we might do a quick little like tidy up of my place. Maybe even drop off some laundry, or maybe I'll take it down there tonight so I'm not in the sun too much more. Because by the time the afternoon comes, it's glorious. Like the sun has gone down, the air is still warm. Usually at this time of year, there's been a bit of rain. So it's like fresh. Like Bali is magical, but like the like 10 to 2 o'clock hours are really intense when the heat is like right up there. How can you beat 20 cents? I'm so sorry, but you can't. You actually can't. That's insane. Okay, it's nearly 6 o'clock back home, which is masterclass time, but I have a raging headache. I've been guzzling water after this morning's training session, trying to like rehydrate myself, and it's like, it's not getting there quick enough, and class starts in 5 minutes. So I ordered a protein shake from Dispensary, my favorite like healthy, like macro-friendly place here in Bali. Ash and Blake took me there when they were here visiting, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. So I just ordered one of them. It's gonna arrive in like 2 minutes, and then we have to jump straight on the class. Makassi. Thank you. Okay, delivery came through just in time. I got my order from Dispensary and I'm so excited. I actually ordered a different protein shake. I've only ever had their cookies and cream, but this is their chocolate one. So we'll see how it tastes. But the other ones taste incredible, so I have no doubt. And we have like 2 minutes before we go live. I will say, even though it's like a lot of packaging and stuff, they do take like their, I don't know, like food protection really seriously. Like everything's always closed up and stapled and double bagged, and like my drink thing has a sticker on it, so I can't even like stick anything through the opening, you know, like they're pretty on it about that kind of stuff. Let's try it. Oh, it has banana in it. God, banana ruins everything. I should have read the description. That's on me. It's not bad though. It's actually not bad. I also got myself a sweet treat, and this is Dispensary's caramel, like caramel slice. It's very like, she's minimal, yeah? She's like, you can't even see her on the camera with the paper. That's how thin she is, yeah? It's a minimal sweet treat, but it's so good. It's got like a bunch of protein in it. It's like low carb, low calorie, low sugar, and it actually tastes really good. And this is the second time I'm ordering this one because it's really good. Yum. Okay, afternoon meal. Let's get into the masterclass. You're all trying to talk, but I can't hear you.
I can hear Claudia.
Oh my God, I can hear you now. I'm so sorry. I saw Kiara talking and I was like, why can't I hear him? What an idiot. Hey fam. What did you guys all get up to? No, we can agree. We can all say it. She's really a cute baby. Not all of them are cute, I'll be honest. I have a great rec for the... Okay. Yeah, I nearly passed out at the gym this morning and my vision just went like fully black. Big Brother is back, okay? I was up at like midnight last night and and TikTok is live streaming the Big Brother house. I had no idea about it. It was weird, but super entertaining. Kiara's got one coming in hot. Never said something controversial in her life. You have to explain it, Kelly, because I never would have picked it up. And that was what gave you a community strike. But you're so right. Come to Claudia. Yeah, exactly. Content that we can center around ourselves. Instead of just always talking about, we're kind of flipping it back and looking at us, ourselves, the content. So all of that kind of stuff tonight. I want you to forget your content pillars, yeah? Forget your niche, forget all of that. I don't want your brain thinking in that. Yes, I'm not saying get rid of them. We're still having them there, and how we market that, okay? Because when we're looking at, and there's no judgment between what you fall into or what you're not, being a content creator and being an influencer. And one of them, okay, Masterclass is all done. I had so much fun in that one tonight. I had the giggles tonight. I really did. But it's just the best. I get such a high from hanging out with them and just talking to them and talking about content, social media. It's the best. But you know what's not the best is my protein shake. It's got too much banana in it. I can't get past it. Anyone who thinks banana tastes good, you're lying. You're absolutely lying. Okay, happy Thursday. We have an update from this book. We have an update. Okay, so I'm going to put the timestamp down here if you don't want like spoilers for this book, but if you're doing the read along with me, then stay tuned. Boy, do we have an update. Okay, so I can't even remember where I was when I left you off on the last one. I don't remember. We've got Scarlett, the main person. She's like set up with this like kinky sex kind of thing with Luke, who's a Swedish swimmer at her university, and then she has Penn, who is a synchro diving partner. Now Penn and Luke are exes, but like the whole trio thing, everyone's okay with it. Everyone's chill with it, right? It was Penn who set those two up. Last we spoke, I think we were in the library and they had their first kiss when they were exchanging the lists of like what they're into and stuff. And obviously it turned out like both of their lists are perfect matches for each other. A little bit of time passes, right? And then Luke and Scarlett are working on the same like research project. So you know how in university you can do like extra programs and stuff that will help you with further college applications and things like that, right? They're doing one of those. They're doing like a science-based research project or biology-based research. I'm not 100% sure, I'm honest, but both of them are pre-med. So like it really looks good on their pre-med application. So Scarlett is stopping into the, what's it called? The lab, right? The lab where they do some of their research, right? And she's doing some stuff and she goes in there and she realizes Luke is in there, or he sneaks up behind her. I don't know what happens there. I can't remember. But either way, they end up alone in the lab together, right? And they've had their first kiss and they're being all flirty as they do. And like, they've like fully agreed to like have this friends with benefits relationship now, right? So that's like fully going. And now they know what each other is into, all this kind of stuff. Anyway, they decided that they were both going to get like health checks, like sexual, wow, why can't I say that word? Sexual health checks, right? Responsible. We love that. Luke hasn't had time to do his yet. So he's like, we're alone. I kind of want to hook up with you, but we can't do that because I haven't had my check yet. And she was like, okay, cool. But we can, you know, do other stuff. And so they start like talking back and forward and Scarlett's in her head. She's like, oh my God, we're in the lab. Like, are we really going to do this? This is like out of like movies or books or something. Lol. But they end up hooking up, right? So she ends up, I feel like I'm like talking to like my parents about this. I feel so like I'm going to blush when I say this. So they end up hooking up and him, right? I literally can't say it because I know that there's like my dad's wife watches these vlogs like sometimes my dad watches them and I just feel like I can't talk about this kind of stuff. I need to get out of my head. I need to remember all of you guys who are actually watching it, who are doing the read along. They decide that they can't hook up fully. So she goes down on him. Right? They're in the lab at school doing this. It's very hot, very steamy. Scarlett's loving it. Luke's loving it. It's like the best, right? So that happens in the lab, right? And then on the same day, like right after that scene, yeah, he's like, come on, let's go. We're going to go work on the project, like the bio lab project that she was in the lab to do originally when he showed up, right? And so they start walking across campus and he's like holding her arm. People are like looking, right? Because he's low-key like a little bit of a celebrity. He's like an Olympic gold medalist. He's from Sweden as well. So he's an international student. Like he's the captain of the swim team. So he's like a little bit of like a celebrity on campus, right? And here he is walking around with Scarlett, holding Scarlett's hand. Or I think he's got his arm around her waist or something like that, right? When the entire time he's only ever been seen with Pam. And they start talking, I don't know how they get onto the topic of it, but they start talking about about like previous experience and stuff like that, and she mentions Josh, her ex-boyfriend from high school, and I spoke about him ages ago. The only time he ever really comes up is like when she's got like flashbacks to like an awkward teenage boyfriend phase, or when she's explaining how she was in a relationship previously where her like sexual desires didn't match up with her partner, and that's Josh, her ex-boyfriend. He's lovely, we don't hate him. And so they start talking about that, and she goes, well, what about you? Has there been anyone else other than Penn? And he kind of like stammers on his word, or like he stops a little bit, and he's like, it's complicated, we can talk about it in the house. And she's like, what house? And so he's taking her to his house on campus, like right now, like where he lives. Maybe it's not on campus, it's off campus, I don't know how the American school system works, right? But like he's leading her like from the lab, they're having this conversation, and then they go straight to, oh wow, a full dog just showed up outside my apartment. There's a full-sized dog just on my doorstep right now. That's cool. All right, Bali things. Anyway, so he's leading her to his house right now. They go into the house, and it's like spotless, right? It's like so clean, it's obnoxious. And like, of course, Luke is also a clean freak on top of everything else, right? But it's a really nice house. And then they run into one of Luke's housemates. I can't remember the housemate's name, right? But they run into them, and they have a fun little chat and all of that kind of stuff. But the housemate initially thinks that Scarlett is Penn. Penn's the ex-girlfriend, Scarlett's diving partner. And he's like, oh, sorry, I just heard a female voice and I assumed it was Penn. And then Scarlett's left to be awkwardly like, no, it's me. And like Luke's just standing there like peeling an apple, being like, I'm not entertaining this conversation at all. Like, it's kind of awkward how he just like leaves her out to dry. He doesn't like, I don't know, he doesn't like make the conversations easy for her. I don't know. It would make me uncomfortable is all I'm saying if I was Scarlett. Wow, is the dog gonna get in the pool? Oh my God, no, it's not. Okay, sorry. So after a little bit of awkward conversation with the roommate, they go upstairs, and immediately, as soon as they like open the door and like he shuts the door, Luke is like on Scarlett's, and he's like picking her up. He like throws her onto the bed. They start fooling around again, and he's like, you're gonna have to be quiet, right? Because my roommate's literally down the hall. And so they end up doing what I would say is the most confusing sex scene I've ever read in my life. I will be so honest with you, I flipped back the page, all right? Not for enjoyment to reread it, but because I could not figure out what they were doing. And I still, having reread it, don't know what happened. I'm not sure where, if you split the two of them into half across the waist, I don't know where his lower half was. I can't figure out where his lower half was in comparison to her. I have no idea. I feel like the author, who's the author? Oh, Ali Hazelwood. Oh my God. Okay. Well, she knows what she's doing when it comes to writing these kind of scenes. But I feel like she was trying to leave it like a little bit ambiguous and like not spell it out. And I was like, girl, I'm gonna need you to spell it out for me because I'm not following. Yeah. I'm not following what's the logistics of what's going on. Anyway, it was quick and it was over quickly. And so even when I reread it, I couldn't figure it out, but that's fine. They end up falling asleep, and then she wakes up and it's like 9 p.m. It's dark. Luke's fast asleep next to her. She grabs her shoes, she sneaks out, she heads back to her dorm, right? And then she texts him the next day. This is when it gets really juicy. She texts him the next day and she goes, what did she say? She's like, oh no, wait, okay, I think she snuck out that night. And then she texts him and she says, sorry, I snuck out. You looked like you needed the rest, right? Alluding to the fact that like she didn't wake him up to say goodbye, right? He doesn't like respond to her, and then a few days later she texts him saying, let me know if you want to meet this weekend, and she gets a reply, and it's just the words, I will, as in I'll let you know. That's it. He never responded to the first message at all, and that was it. And she was like, okay, cool, ice cold. And so she spends like nearly 2 weeks like in her head being like, he hasn't messaged, is he completely off me, like does he hate me, or is he just busy and I'm being clingy, like what's the whole situation, like this whole kind of like spiral and meltdown over that situation, right? And then she kind of resigns herself to the fact, she's like, right, that's it, he hasn't messaged, he's not interested, I'm just gonna get over it, it was just a once off for him, I didn't really get the vibe, but I get it now, I'll move on, right? So she's being really cool about it. So then it's nearly 2 weeks after that incident at his house and where she messages him and stuff like that, right? And she's at like diving practice. And remember, Scarlett and Penn are on the diving team. Luke is on the swim team. So they move in the same like facilities, buildings, circles, all of that kind of stuff. It's another day and it's after one of Scarlett's diving practices, right? And she's in like the recovery pool area. It's kind of like a spa, I guess, right? And she's in there alone. She's just kind of in her head. Her teammates have left. And then all of a sudden she realizes that the swim team's finished and a whole bunch of guys have also jumped in the recovery pool. And this makes her really uncomfortable, right? So I think it's in kind of like a locker room situation. It's not in a locker room, but it's in a different section. It's not like this big open pool. It's like a smaller pool where you go to recover and like a whole bunch of guys have like jumped in, right? And they all start talking to her because they know her, because they move in the same circles and they know that she's kind of like hanging out with Luke at the moment, who's their swim team captain. Now they can't tell that she's uncomfortable, but she's really uncomfortable, right? And she's trying to figure out a way to get out of this situation. She really wants to get out of the pool, but one of the guys is blocking the ladder and stuff. And she starts kind of panicking a little bit. And then all of a sudden she's getting picked up under the arms and pulled up out of that pool. And obviously it's by Luke, right? And so she grabs her stuff, grabs a towel, she walks out of the thing, and she just turns around to say like, hey, thank you for that. No stress. And she was going to walk away and leave it there, right? And then Luke goes, wait, like, Scarlett, we need to talk. And she was like, we really don't. It's so fine. Don't even worry about it. But before they could even have that full conversation, someone else enters the conversation, right? So from down the hall, I think he calls out Luke's name. And there's this guy called Jan, and Jan is Luke's brother. Right? Luke's brother is in town visiting him, and he enters this conversation and he starts chatting to Scarlett, and he's like, hey, how you going? All this kind of stuff. And then he's like, hey, do you want to come to on this hike? We're just about to go on a hike. Do you want to come? And Scarlett goes, thank you so much, but I actually don't think Luke really wants me to come. And then Jan, the brother, goes, now I've known my brother my whole life and I can tell you right now, he really wants you to come. She was like, you know what? Fuck it. All right, cool. I'll go. So she goes on this hike with Jan and Luke and her, right? And the boys are kind of like joking around. They've got like really great sibling like banter and all of that kind of stuff. She's asking Jan a lot of questions about how they grew up and what Luke was like when he was younger and all of this kind of stuff. And Jan, like the older brother does, maybe gives Scarlett too much information that Luke's not really comfortable with, right? And he kind of snaps at Jan a few times here and there. I hope I'm saying the name Jan right. It's just the name Jan, but it's Swedish and I think it's Jan. I don't 100% know though. And so they're sitting in a cafe after the hike, right? And Jan has bought them all coffees and they're just sitting down and they're chatting some more. And Jan starts telling these stories about Luke when he was growing up, saying that Luke had this really weird behavior of being super, super disciplined, right? And kind of like restricting himself on certain things for no reason. So like he got a new bed and the new bed was really comfortable, so he ended up sleeping on the floor for like 3 months. Or he really liked this like type of food and so he ended up never eating it again. And it was just like this like sense of like a really intense self-discipline, and he was teasing Luke about it, right? But Luke kind of like reaches his point and he like snaps and says something in, I think it's Swedish, Dutch, I don't know what language they speak in Sweden. Anyway, or Switzerland. Is he from Switzerland? Shit, I don't know. Sorry guys, sorry. Anyway, and he like snaps at his brother and he has this really sharp conversation in whatever language they speak, right? And Scarlett's going, right, this makes sense. She's sitting here hearing this, being like, the guy that you had this really intense kind of like 2 moments with, who has been pursuing you relentlessly, then you had this moment and you thought was just like cool, one and done, notch on the bedpost kind of thing, actually has this trait about himself when he really, really likes something, he will restrict it. It's like some sort of like self, I don't know, like not preservation, but like kind of like delayed gratification kind of thing. And she's going click, 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 click. This is all starting to make sense, right? So Jan leaves and then her and Luke, I think they're in the car. Yeah, Luke drives Scarlett home and they're in the car and they pull up out the front of Scarlett's apartment and they're kind of having this conversation, right? And this was really good conversation. Like the feminist in me, who is not as educated about feminist issues as she wants to be, was really happy with how this conversation went. So let me read you some things. So they pull up, he turns the car off, they undo their seatbelts and stuff. He undoes hers. Love. And then they just kind of like turn and sit to each other. And then she says, how long? And that's the first thing she said, right? How long? And he knows exactly what I mean. It's the line that it says. How long were you going to deny yourself this time? How long till you plan to reach out to me again? That's what she's saying in her head. And he says 15 days. His arms cross over his chest, and I wish I could read his expression, but his face is blank. When he finally talks, a million moments later, it's to me, but I'm not sure it's for me. Love, 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 love. I love this whole scene. And then Luke says, the first day, the Sunday, I almost called you 12 times. It was difficult. Last week, Penn mentioned that you two were having lunch together, and I went to the dining hall to just, I don't fucking know, look, He shrugs, detached. It's like he's reporting the results of an experiment. On me, on himself. On day 7, Jan arrived. He's good at taking up every free second of a person's day with no regard for their schedule. And then Scarlett says, "Oh, how nice of them." This is Scarlett. I bit the inside of my cheek. "Did you consider that I'm not a bed or a condiment? I'm not hot water?" I try and sound as disingenuous as he seems to be. "Did you consider that I might be the type to hold grudge or self-respecting enough to pick up the phone on the 15th day and say fuck off?" Which I loved. I just loved that so much. And he nods like I'm being nothing but reasonable. "I think part of me hoped you would." And she says, "Why?" It takes him a while to answer. When he does, he's not looking at me. "Because sometimes I can't breathe when you're around." Oh my God. And she says, "Well, I'm sorry." Kind of like exasperated, right? And he laughs silently. "It's not a bad feeling, actually, just overwhelming. I had no frame or reference for how much I mean, he doesn't finish that sentence, but in Scarlett's head, she's like, "I can fill in the blanks. How much I liked it more than I thought I would." And then Scarlett follows up. Now, this is my favorite bit. She says, "The thing is, Lucas, I understand how you feel. I really do. And I don't blame you. But," and then there's like a really long silence while she like gathers herself. And she says, "Even if it is just sex, it's not a good idea for me to be with someone who resents wanting me." And I was like, girl, this is the guy of your dreams and you have the confidence to say that to him. Like, I was just like, yes. I was screaming, just being like, yes. Like, turn him down, yes. And then it says, "I swallow around the off-kilter heartbeat in my throat, and then I reach out to squeeze his hand one last time. The marks of teeth, I notice, are still there. Her teeth. Bye, Lucas," I say. And he doesn't try to stop me, and I never look back. And that's where I left it. Is that not insane? This is not how I thought this story was going to go. Remember all the way back at the start when I was like, it's pretty basic. It's kind of like, you know, you can see everything coming. This is not what I thought was going to happen. Like, this is so much more intriguing than just kind of your stock standard, "We're not supposed to be doing this, but it's fun" kind of thing. Like, I love this character development and I love her. I love her so much for this. So yeah, that's where I left it. But side note, my apartment, my villa got cleaned yesterday, and bless the girls who work here. I love these ladies so much. They're so friendly and we chat a lot. They're like really, really chatty. But I always leave my book like this, like on the bed, and every time it's cleaned, it's like this on my table, and I lose my spot in it, right? It's so funny, and it's happened so many times now. But honestly, I'm not the kind of person who's ever going to say anything about it. I should just use the bookmark that I have. But yeah, that's where I'm up to. And I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with how this has developed and turned out and changed, because I just think like it could have been a really boring basic book and it's not. And it's turning like out that it's not. And I really, really like that. I went to training this morning. I did film some stuff for you. I don't know if you guys are interested in watching me train, but I'll pop a little clip in now. That was me training this morning. I had a really early class this morning. I think it was 7 till 8, or it was 8 till 9 maybe. So it wasn't really that early. I've just been on holiday for too long. Anyway, it was day 2 of ClassPass, because I told you yesterday that I signed up for ClassPass the night before, and I've just booked myself in for 3 different sessions. And when I woke up this morning, I was like, I am sore from session 1, but I'm really glad I pushed through, because it turned out to be a private session. Everyone else like slept in or didn't want to come, and it was just me. And so I was working with 2 different trainers, and they were both so lovely, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was a hard session, but I really enjoyed it because I do Muay Thai, right? Which is like boxing, but kicks and knees and elbows as well, right? And a little bit of grappling, which is like where you grab onto them, right? But we don't go to the floor. It's not like mixed martial arts or BJJ or anything like that, right? But I ended up accidentally signing up for a boxing class this morning. And when I realized that it was just me, I was like, can we make this a Muay Thai class? Because I really like kicks. Kicks and elbows are like my favorite thing to do. And that's in the Muay Thai section, whereas if you do boxing, it's just arms, right? It's just punches. And they were like, yeah, sure. But then I swapped trainers because 2 of them were training me. And the second one was like clearly exclusively a boxing trainer. And so he took me through a bunch of different boxing combos. And I actually think it was really good because I feel like my kicks are definitely my strongest. And so I lack in my my arms and my punches and stuff like that. And today we went through so many different like combos and stuff like that, and I felt like I was getting like a lot better. So it was actually good that it was a boxing class and not just a Muay Thai class, because I feel like I needed that training a little bit. So yeah, that was me this morning. And then literally I've been dying since then. I cooked breakfast. I had so much protein. I had a chicken sausage, 3 poached eggs and ground beef. It was so much protein. And then I was literally like, I need a nap. So I just sat down and read this for like an hour. But I will get up soon because I have a bunch of work I want to do today. And my real estate agent has sent me a few more properties that she wants me to look at. So I'm going to look at those. But that is moving really, really quickly, which is wonderful. I love that. But yeah. So yeah, that's my day. And then I'm going to jump on a call with Blake really soon. So pretty chill day today, I think. I've got to film another vlog and that's about it. But I'm really enjoying these updates. I hope you guys are liking them too. Okay, it's Thursday afternoon, which is community call with Blake and shift coaching. I've got my snack of the day, beef jerky. I had a pack of these, but it was the chili flavor and they were so good. And then I tried the chicken one and I ate like 2 of them and I threw them out because it's gross. So I'm hoping these ones will be good again. The taste is there. The texture could be better. The thing is with the chili one, it was identical to biltong. If you've been watching the solo travel vlogs, you'll know. I got addicted to the South African or African version of jerky, and it's called biltong. It's really hard to find anywhere else. And then I found it here in like just a supermarket, and it was the chili version of this. This is not quite it, I'll be honest. It's okay, it'll do. Let's jump into the call. Happy Friday morning. I just got back from training. I had a shower. Now let's go make some breakfast and start our day. Cheers.
Oh, great.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, my wonderful friend. How are you?
Oh, I'm so great. I'm just finishing off breakfast. I have like 5 mouthfuls left. I really apologize.
Take your time.
Sorry.
Pace yourself. Tell me about like recovering from sickness, how that's been feeling.
I don't ever want to think about being sick again.
When you get sick, do you like realize how like your health is like the cornerstone to everything?
Mm-hmm.
You stepping through discomfort to create this life that you want.
Yeah. And I went to just the weights gym and did the walk. I realized the importance of having an exclusive space. Like you walk in and it like smells the same. It looks the same. They all have the same mats. You know, it's just this really familiar space and you're just like, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do here. I don't really have to think about it so much. My body knows, my mind knows, like this is just the place where we do this thing. And it was like the environment was so familiar that it helped like kind of lock in a little bit for it.
What are obstacles that we're kind of facing with regards to whether it be the eating side of things, whether it be the movement side of things? Like what's coming up for you at the moment? You're like, this is tough at the moment. I'm getting stuck here.
But I have 2 obstacles at the moment. I'm enjoying working out so much that I ideally would like to do it every single day, but my body can't do that. Like physically my body can't do that, which is fine. But I've just done 3 days in a row and I'm wrecked, right? The problem I'm running into is after my workouts, I need like 2 hours to recover from that workout. Like I'm dead. Absolutely dead. And I don't want to sacrifice the frequency at which I'm working out or the intensity because I'm really enjoying that.
At the start, when people kind of start exercising, their intensity is like really low. So you can kind of give them a lot to do.
Yeah.
But then what happens naturally over time is you're like, I can work way harder than this. And as your intensity increases, we kind of have to swing the pendulum the other way, where it's like the amount of sets that we do, we would reduce. The amount of time that it needs to recover should be a lot less.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to reduce the intensity because I feel like I'm walking away from my workouts.
No. It's not the intensity. The intensity will still be there.
Yeah, okay.
Just the sets.
But isn't that, like, aren't they the same thing?
No, because pendulum, right? So when you first started, your intensity is really low. You're like, 12, this is easy.
Yeah, right.
And the amount of sets you would do would be really high.
Okay.
As you started to train harder, I'm a fucking beast. I'm going to go until I fail. fuck this shit, right?
Yeah.
We then need to bring this pendulum back down.
So still working is hard, but just making it harder, like, but not making it. I get it.
You call it lunge or something like that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I call it.
Gotcha. Now, split squat sort of thing, and kind of just dropping back down, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like all the people on YouTube will be like, Grace, oh my God, like, what's happening to your ass lately? Like, it's just like...
It's fat. It got fat.
There's a PHAT in front of it now.
Okay, so will you write out exactly what I'm supposed to do, like with the sets and everything as well? And what about the weights? How do I just...
Great questions.
Sorry.
You're like I'm overwhelmed.
I need to fly to Gold Coast, have a session with you, and then carry on with the rest of
I'm loving
the rest of it. Yeah.
On your drive up, we have to coordinate something.
I think we probably should. Hey.
The world of magic, everything that disappears, trick is done right.
I know our unique clients will pay.
Time to escape.
While you were prepping your little performance, I curated a trick of my own.
Good evening, guys. Hi. I just got back from the mall. I went to the cinemas for the evening and I have just had the best day. Like, just my ultimate day today. So I started off at training this morning and then I came home, I made some breakfast, which was incredible. It was steak and eggs and it was just great. And then I had a call with Blake. I got a bunch of work done and then I took myself out to the cinemas to go see the new Now You See Me movie, which was fantastic. I loved it. And now I'm back at a reasonable hour. It's like 7:30. I'm gonna order some dinner and hop into bed and watch a movie. Like, my ultimate day. Just the best day. I had so much fun at training this morning. I went to another gym with ClassPass. This is not sponsored, by the way. I paid for my ClassPass, like, free trial kind of thing. And it was really, really fun. It was like this, like, neon kind of like dark studio, but I really liked like how they ran their class. It was really, really fun. I met some really cool people. And then my call with Blake was just exceptional. It always is. We just yap like two old biddies and then we're always running overtime. I smashed out some really good work. I've got a really exciting opportunity on the horizon, which I'm so just like buzzing about. Like, it's just so where I want to be going with work and I'm just really, really excited for it. And then I switched off from work and went and saw the movie that I've been so excited to see because I love this series. It's just so fun. I love magic. I love all of it. Oh, it has just been epic. Genuinely epic. Oh, and allow me to show you my cute new bag. I literally just picked this up at the mall. Like, it was $20 at this cute little store at the mall. And I just thought it was so chic and like such a cute little everyday kind of like tote. I love it. I literally am obsessed. Like, what a day, guys. It couldn't be better. It literally couldn't be better. I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I've loved this vlog so much. Oh, I meant to tell you this the other day. But the sweetest thing happened to me. So I'm staying in these like villas, right? And there's other villas in my little complex. And I met this girl. I think her name was Emma. I think it was Emma or Emily, but I'm pretty sure it was Emma. She was an Aussie girl who was also staying in another villa here. And we just like, as we like cross paths in like the communal areas, would say hi and have a chat. Anyway, she headed home the other day and she came past my villa and she gave me a bunch of stuff. Hang on. She came past my villa with all of this, right? So it's pretty much a full bottle of dry shampoo, some tanning oil and a hairdryer. And she was like, hey, I'm packing up to head home. I'm not going to be taking these stuff. Like, would you like it? And I was like, that's so freaking thoughtful and lovely. Like, yeah. And so I took it all off her hands and I cannot wait to blow out my hair with this tomorrow. I am so excited. But yeah, I just thought it was the sweetest thing ever. And she seemed like such a lovely person too. But I meant to tell you that the other day. Anyway, I'm going to go jump in the shower and then hop straight into that bed, probably read my book a little bit. I really want to go watch the other Now You See Me movies just because I'm like in the mood for it. And yeah, just have a really quiet night. But it's just been an epic close out to the week and I've just had the best day. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I love making them for you guys. I really love it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.